to the channel. My name is Shark Out of Water. I make Christian content, podcasts, reaction videos, all of that. So if you really want to tap in, make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Today I want to talk about something very important. Let's talk about anger. Anger is a complex emotion, man, because on one side of things, no one is angry for no reason unless you got some type of mental problem. And I'm not trying to be funny here. You know, some people do walk around angry all the time. Some people have a type of mental instability, you know. That's one side of it. Two, you got people who are just use that anger in violent ways and try to hurt people, you know. Anger should be used as a tool, man. First of all, let's get it straight though. You know, anger is a normal emotion, just like happiness, sadness, being surprised, all of that. But it's about what you do with it. It's about where you expel that energy into. In the Bible, Moses was known as an angry man. He did two things that were considered angry or moving in anger. When he first, initially killed the man, he killed the Egyptian man for beating on a Israelite man. And he went into, ran away basically for that. And also after he, already was leading the people of Israel in the desert, God told him to speak to a rock. Don't hit the rock, just speak to it, and it will bring forth water so the Israelites could drink it. Moses, being upset with the Israelites and was tired of all the bickering, tired of all the complaining and all of this, he struck the rock. He struck the rock and then it gushed out. God seen that and was like, okay, since you gonna not follow my instructions in front of the people, you won't be able to enter the promised land. Another story of anger in the Bible, we can look at the Most High, Jesus Christ. A lot of people don't know, they thought Jesus was this passive man that just let people do whatever to him and say whatever. But if you really read the Bible, Jesus was not playing with nobody for real. When he went into that temple, he seen people selling stuff and not acting as a church. He's like, you turn my father's house into basically to a store. You know what I'm saying? He started flipping tables. He made a whip of, excuse my lack of remembrance, but he made a whip out of something and started trying to whip people. You know, Jesus was angry. So he was justified in his anger, and that should show you even the Most High gets angry. So it's all about what we do with it. If we move with righteousness. Now, I'm not saying you should be out here flipping tables and getting into it with people, but you also got to know that you're not a robot. You're going to have feelings of anger sometimes. People are going to say stuff to tick you off, whether it's in traffic, in everyday life, at work, whatever, you know? So never feel ashamed of being angry. If you have anger problems, then you should work on it. Admit that you do and work on it, you know? So I say all this to say, repurpose that energy, because it's nothing but built up energy, into something else. If you like to work out, go work out. I'm telling you, you will have one of the best workouts when you're angry. I know I do. Go use it in art. If you're an artist, paint something to represent how you feel in that moment. If you do music, make an angry song or put that energy into something positive. Because I guarantee you, using your anger to hurt somebody or do something that you regret is no good, you know. Everyone gets angry. Whoever says that they don't is a liar. That's something I struggled with as a child. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've gotten better as a grown man, but I used to get ticked off, and it used to take me a long time to calm down. Like, I really had to be like, all right, I need to work on this, man. Because I shouldn't let anybody in control of my emotions. Because that's what was happening, you know. Either something was said to me, or even some things was done to me. I reacted out of anger. The impulsiveness. That's something I really had to change about myself and really lock down, you know. I understood my anger. I sat with it and understood that was actually sadness. It was actually sadness. Because as a black man in America, a lot of people don't respect you, or respect if you are crying or you're whining about something. They're gonna call you a crybaby, or you're weak or something like that. So a lot of men will resort to violence because that's the only way we know how. All we seen, especially, you know, growing up how I did and where I did. I'm from Cleveland, if you did not know. A lot of people believe that violence was the answer, and it's really not. Because nobody wins in a fight. Nobody wins when blood is shed. Before you take somebody's life, you got to really sit and think about the consequences that come with it. They could have did you super dirty, but you got to realize, is this worth sitting in prison for the rest of my life over? You know, even saying things out of anger, you know, even if you don't put your hands on anybody, being verbally angry is also a bad thing. You can say the most heartless things when you're angry. I know I have. And you can't take those things back. And more often than not, it's with somebody you actually care about. So just watch what you say. I'm not coming on this podcast to act like I'm perfect, because I'm not. I'm far from perfect. That's why I wanted to make this podcast. That's why I wanted to do YouTube. That's why I make Shark Talk, so I can tell people about my experiences, talk to like-minded individuals, and eventually, you know, just be a better role model for everybody, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't get to where I'm at by being upset and just dwelling on it. I had to let that stuff go, man. And that brings me to my last point. You got to let stuff go. Like, if nobody is in jeopardy of losing their life or being injured seriously, you got to let it go, man. Unless it's self-defense or something like that, you gotta walk away. Don't let people control you, because that's another tactic of the enemy. He wants to push your buttons and control you to where you lash out and you miss out on your blessing, because now you got to go sit in jail for 5 to 10 years. Now you got to go sit in court and pay all these court fines and talk to a judge who wasn't even there for the problem. Now you got to explain all this. Now you got to hire lawyers when you could have just simply walked away. Use anger as a tool. You got to control your anger. Don't let it control you. So I can say that because I had a long day, man, and I got angry today at work, man. I'm gonna be real with you. Like I said, I'm not perfect. Sure, I get emotions just like everybody else, but I handle them differently now, because that's who God made me to be. I'm not repeating the same mistakes I did when I was younger. Once you realize how far you came and what people's tools for destruction are, you'll move different. I guarantee you. So remember, anger is just an emotion. Don't let it control you. You know, you're normal to have it. It's okay to get upset. It's okay to get angry. It's about what you do with it and how you come down from that. But That's all I got to say about that, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate all the new subscribers. I really appreciate y'all. Like, I got 330 subscribers now, like basically almost overnight. I appreciate y'all. May the Most High bless y'all and God bless you. Tap in with the rest of my videos if you haven't, and just have a great day. Pray everything gets better for you and you don't get angry. If you do, you know how to work through it. But it's been your boy Shark Out of Water. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out, man.